And welcome, everyone, to the city of Philadelphia, known as the city of brotherly love, but there will be no love lost here tonight as we move inside the Spectrum. Better than 16,000 have turned out for one of the best rivalries in the Big East, the third-ranked Georgetown Hoyas against the Villanova Wildcats. On Saturday night, Georgetown had a chance against Connecticut for the #1 spot in the country. They lost. The game faces are on tonight as the Georgetown Hoyas took the court earlier, led by their All-American Alonzo Mourning. No doubt they are here to play tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Gorman, along with Bill Raftery. Welcome to Big Monday. You hate to play the Hoyas anytime after a loss. It can be doubly tough.
Bouncing back from adversity, and I think John Thompson's club has done that very well over the years. I think that's part of improving. The look in their eyes, I'm glad I'm not rolling.
Well, for Roley, it's been an up-and-down season. They've had some great wins and some horrendous losses. And when you talk about the upside, you think of 7'3" Tom Grice, who in the past has had big games against the Hoyas.
He sure has. The much-maligned Tom Grice. And he will not start, Mike, but I think when he gets in the game, the key for Roley Massimino is how he passes the basketball, particularly against the zone defense of Georgetown.
How about the Villanova guards?
Well, you've got to think of Chris Walker. I think he's played very well. He's got to handle it. You know that pressure comes full, 3/4 and a half, so you better be ready and deliver it to the right guy.
All right, Villanova looking for a quality win to keep their NCAA hopes alive. Should be a good one as we open up Big Monday. Back at the Spectrum, the Villanova Wildcats and Georgetown Hoyas set to go at it. And Roley Massimino starting a freshman center, James Bryson. Interesting time to start before 16,000 with Alonzo Mourning looking you right in the eye as Tom Grice watches from the sidelines.
Coming out easy. Only 6 minutes a game so far this year.
Tap control by Mourning. We're underway, and Dwayne Bryant, the quick push, finds Michael Tate. Jumps out on him. Inside immediately, Mourning gets his own rebound. Nearly stripped. Loose ball, Bryant. He penetrates the two.
Well, is that typical Georgetown? Anything on the floor, they feel belongs to them. I thought Mourning may have caught his own pass, huh?
I thought he did for a second, too. I guess they said Bryson got a little piece of it. Lance Miller will bring it up against the pressure. Tate out of the man-to-man. Bryant's got Walker.
Straight up, here's the motion by the Cats. They got Bryson with a step in. Well, welcome to Big East basketball.
Lance Miller and Woodard have had some great minutes for this club. There's a look at Jim Bryson. 6'10" freshman out of Mitchellville, Maryland.
There's a lot of screening in motion. John Thompson, by his own admission, feels this is not his best defensive group on the floor.
Early opening up man. A little backdoor cut there by Tillman. Couldn't get it down, but Mutombo.
Well, you can't give second opportunities to great teams. And right now, 2 trips, 2 giveaways.
2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a senior on the floor for the Villanova Wildcats.
Well, the motion can keep the big guys away from the goal a little bit. Keep them active.
Taylor put a shoulder down, got it back. Blocked down low, first for Mutombo. Second goes up and in.
And they got the foul as well. Dwayne Bryant, Michael. But Taylor's going to have to pump fake. He's going to get a little whiplash trying to go up against these big guys. The first one, say goodnight. But perseverance pays off.
Rodney Taylor. I'm not sure this young man has ever been 100% in his whole career at Villanova. Really has had a tough injury career. He's lost the knee brace, though, which is a good sign on the left side.
A little pressure after the free throw. Of course, we can't relate. We don't have a body as solid as it. It seems like it's untouchable, but he's had his problems.
Great high school player, Taylor was in the state of South Carolina. Here's Tillman taking it in traffic. Mourning kept it alive, but it's picked off by Bryson.
Nice check out by Taylor. Stuck it in.
That'll help Bryson's confidence. Lance Miller puts it on the floor and traveled with it before he moved. And boy, the Villanova bench exploded at that call.
Well, my barometer for Villanova is the head man. He is ready this evening. Usually a good sign for the Cats.
4-3 Hoyas, early going. Mourning inside, kicks it right out, gets it right back. Backing in on Taylor, spins. Bryson got there, but got him with the foul.
Alonzo, he gets so involved in a game, and part of maturing as a player is toning down. course, John Thompson, so much success with the big guys. Pretty play. They isolate it. They don't see that much man-to-man, Mike. I think they're shocked. Before the game, Tom Grice says, I play well against these guys. Afraid of me. I said, now, Tom, let's... I said, I'm sure they're in the locker room now discussing one another. Boy, I'm afraid to go out there against Big Tom Grice. But he does have a great outlook and a great sense of humor. And I guess you'd have to play him Mourning and Dikembe.
You know, we saw that little exchange between Bryson and Mourning. I sometimes think Mourning talks more during a game than we do.
Well, I don't know about that. Thank you. It's the first time you said anything nice about me. Now, he does get after guys, and it's part of the woofing is intimidation, and part of it is, I'm sure guys stir him up a little bit too.
6'3" Hoyas, Woodard. Tillman nearly slapped it away. Woodard coming hard and just gets over the line.
Oh, they can rag a guy. I just love to watch Bryant and Tillman head up on the dribbler. Good front by Mutombo.
Rodney Taylor kicks it off. Woodard is going to need to be able to square up for that shot. Walker will try. Good rebound. Good job by Taylor.
Real nice job. They're going to have to reverse the ball, but they're going to have to make that jumper. Nice back cut.
Yes. Woodard couldn't get it to him. Grice, first move in the paint, and he traveled.
A little bit of a hurry. That's what's sensational about Georgetown. Now, Mourning is talking to Tom Grice, telling him what a nice move. You've got the two big guys. Anytime the ball goes on the box, they've got a 7-foot tandem surrounding them. Good job.
Walker, excellent job on Bryant.
Well, we always talk about Rolly's zone and the switching of the Ds, but you can't play good zone if you don't know how to play man-to-man. Here's a good job right now.
Michael Tate will try a three, in and out. Off the floor, Lance Miller with it quickly to Walker.
Michael Mourning's got to touch it with Rodney Taylor on him. I think he could destroy him.
Tom Grice wants to go in Mutombo. Oh, rejected by Dikembe.
Here comes Postman.
Up to Mourning. Oh, even Alonzo couldn't get up for that one.
They ran out of floor. But that's what's great about the big guys. They can get up and down the floor for John Thompson.
How about Dikembe going after that hook shot, huh?
Oh. And they stay on the floor, stay at home.
Mark Dowdell into the game. Dowdell, number 32, playing with some very sore ribs.
And back two, I guess, Mike, and listening to Rolly.
Walker stripped from behind by Bryant.
Got to respect the D.
Bryant ran by it. Here's Walker the other way. Mourning legging after him.
Oh, intentional.
Oh, I think that is intentional.
Yep, John Clougherty and Larry Limbo. Not a good one. So you know what happens to kids? Oh, they're only going to give them... It should be intentional. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This is a flagrant violation. Not dirty flagrant.
No, just flagrant.
I guess he got the ball and they considered that, but gee whiz. I think the kids watch the NBA, and they really think they can give fouls sometimes like that. They've got to wait a few years.
Woodard struggling, and then quick double, and an excellent double down there in the corner. Grice came to the ball too late. Villanova catches a break.
There's a certain spacing. Tom Grice closed down too much, but that was a beautiful pulling of the string from the bench. Straight up man-to-man, so far, and now a trap in the corner.
Underneath Grice, and again, it was this time a foul is called.
Well, Rolly plays Tom Grice pretty good. Tom doesn't react all the time. Here's a terrific look by Dowdell, but the step to the goal, I mean, this is like a man going after it. But Rolly plays him like a fine fiddle. I think he plays with his mind, hoping to caress. Sometimes gingerly, sometimes emphatically.
That was the game that Tom Grice arrived, right there. 2 years ago in this building. First point of the night for Tom, who's averaging 12 a game in the Big East. Rolly Massimino has worked hard with this young man.
I think what happened with them is he improved so much in that sophomore year. They expected as coaches that he would soar from there, and it's a leveling off for some kids, and disappointing at times for the coaches.
David Edwards and Ronnie Thompson in the game. Ronnie comes out shooting. Mutombo, a big board. Hard hook shot won't go, and Woodard's there. Alonzo getting a break right now on the Georgetown bench.
Dikembe has a softer hand blocking
shot.
Whoa!
Nice. Blocked by Mutombo. That's at least his second.
He has a softer hand blocking than he does shooting.
We've got a timeout. 15:41 to go first half. 6-5 Hoyas. Back at the Spectrum, that's the hottest man in the building right now, as Rolly Massimino has been hit with two technical fouls. So Georgetown's going to get 4 free throws here, and here's what caused it all.
Well, Michael, there was a deflection. This is what Rolly thought, but there's control as Dowdell gathers it. Now he's got the ball, and he steps on the line. It's an easy call. He wanted the deflection, but now you're talking about a 6 or 7 point play if they're able to make a 3-pointer at the end of this. So the ball,
Alonzo, an 80% free throw shooter. Get some practice right now.
Boy, is that appropriate? Rolly's saying, give me a break. Again, you and I were talking today. This is almost a tournament-type game for Villanova. You're talking about some tough games coming up. They're 11-8. A major win against a team like this has tremendous impact.
Alonzo will get 2 more.
Well, this sometimes pushes your team forward, and I'm sure Rolly hoping that, but he was upset. I mean, it wasn't a reaction and a thought process. He just emoted and exploded.
Mourning 3 of 3.
He loves it. He's applauding himself, checks everything out. We're going to be watching him for a long time.
I have that feeling.
Really seems to have that knowledge of a big guy in that box area. How to move, the beneficiary of good high school coaching, and of course, a big guy who can certainly relate to what it takes.
5-point Hoya lead. And a chance to make, as Bill pointed out, this a 6 or a 7-point trip.
This is their point defense, that 1-1-3, but for the old-timers, it's a 2-3.
Bryant comes up firing and knocks it down. 2.
6-point trip.
And a 7-point lead.
So you got to respect the rear. Edwards didn't stop.
Mourning jumping out and getting the foul.
Well, great activity, though, defensively. Edwards trailing the play, forcing the dribble, almost a turnover, and then the reaction by the big guy on the baseline.
Second on Alonzo. 11:30 to go here first half. Walker. Boy, Tillman got to him quickly. Didn't he look wide open?
Great feet.
Taylor out of bounds by Mourning.
Now, Sam Jefferson looked about 5'7", and now Taylor and Jefferson going at it.
Well, that was the result of Alonzo having a little chat with Rodney about that.
I'll tell you, the partial post doesn't deliver as many back as the 8-man, the 8-train, Alonzo, and of course Dikembe as well. I mean, it's very frustrating. And then a little insult.
Reach in on David Edwards as Calvin Bird was driving to the hoop. First on Edwards.
You know, it's fun for us when the guys talk to one another, but when you're on the floor, you're the opponent, it gets you a little upset.
Mutombo will come back in, and Jefferson will sit down.
Gotta get some scoring out of Grice, or at least some kicks from Grice.
Walker catches and fires. Miller, nice tip, won't go. That's offensive goaltending.
They may have a foul. Let's see what they're doing. They're not scoring the goal. They got a foul, I think. Now Villanova wants the basket. I wonder if they give it to Dikembe.
They did. It was 5-5. He held up for the foul.
I thought it may have been goaltending, but hey, it is not easy to deliver an easy shot. That's why Grice's gonna have to catch it, turn, and find one of those white shirts set up for the jumper.
They will not count the foul. I mean, they count the basket. Mutombo picking up the foul. At the line will be Lance Miller.
Okay, to officiate the Big East, you will see everything during the course of a season. And there's an awful lane violation.
Yep.
Dikembe and Mourning explaining the rule. Because he can come in a little bit late and still get the rebound.
That's true. Lance Miller will get another opportunity. Let's see if Dikembe gets in early again. Great shot.
But the aggressive style of play really puts pressure on officials, Mike. I mean, they're not out here to relax. They will see it all.
Lance Miller now with 4. 6-point Hoya lead. John Thompson looks on.
Well, UConn the surprise right now, I think. Kansas was for a while. UConn now. Jimmy Calhoun playing a lot like his days in Northeastern.
UConn is a very, very good basketball team for people around the country who haven't seen them.
Fun to watch, too.
Yes, they are. Alonzo had his mind made up.
So he just doesn't shoot that still.
Follow low is rejected as Grice got a hand in there, and it's going to be Villanova ball.
Heads up play by Miller, throwing it off the body. But that's where Alonzo has to shoot it. Just get a little arc and he'll nail that, and that'll come. There's that pressure with Dikembe on the ball.
Woodard in, Bird out.
Now look at that wingspan.
Lance Miller and Woodard able to break the pressure. The double team comes. Taylor, little adventure with the catch. Lance Miller hits the jumper.
You're not going to get the first shot.
Mutombo had pretty good position down low. Bryant didn't go to him.
They don't give it to him much. I think that man can help out, can help Grice now. Rodney Taylor. There's the alley-oop there. So now here's where he's got to shoot it.
Alonzo strong to the hole. Grice thought he had it.
For a moment, huh?
For a moment.
I think he thought hook, and then the extension by Mourning.
8 for Mourning. 5-point game. The Hoyas the lead. The Wildcats the ball. Taylor is going to take it right at Mourning.
He backed right off, caused the miss. Clever.
Woodard, nice play on the baseline after it was tipped away from Mutombo.
Little nickel dimer.
Ronnie Thompson, the blocking foul.
Rody says Woodard has played very well. He's been quiet thus far.
Sure has.
They've gotten out on him. They've responded and respected his outside shooting ability.
At this point in his career, as we look at Sam Jefferson, Greg Woodard is not really going to create shots for himself.
No, they're going to have to run it. But that's their the thing, though, Michael. You don't see man-to-man much all game now. Granted, Seton Hall and St. John play it a lot, but most of the clubs in this league will mix it up on you. They all play a lot of defense as well.
Greg Woodard had a big night earlier this year up at Syracuse. 27, 28 points, something like that, and that big win by Villanova there.
What a wild year. Can't win in Philly. Get out on the road, they play pretty good.
Woodard is shooting 94% from the free throw line in conference play, and he doesn't lead the conference. Carlton Screen of Providence does. He's up around 96 and 97 from here.
What a great win they had, huh? Oh, goodness.
Well, after Rowley got those 2 tees and it was a 6-point trip, Nova is back to within 3. Neal steal by Walker. Edwards has lost the dribble.
Extending the defense a little bit now.
Michael Tate is back in the game for Georgetown.
John Thompson told us a week ago before the DePaul game, he thinks Michael Tate, he hasn't shown what he can do yet. Very high on him. Feels he can shoot this.
Mutombo tried to keep it alive and then blocked the pass that Walker tried to make. He got it back, though. Villanova, Grice the trailer. Takes the shot.
That he can do, though. As you noticed, Dikembe up on him before, that time all alone. Got to catch it first, Michael.
Interesting lineup John Thompson has on the floor right now. Where do they go for offense in this lineup? Edwards, Thompson, well, Bryant's coming back in now.
Create with the dribble, I would think, with Edwards in. But part of John's game plan, year in and year out, is numbers, quality, and numbers, and on cue, Mourning up, so quality.
Here's my question as to where they go for the offense.
Good call here, Charge.
Rodney really lowered the shoulder on that one.
Out of control.
Mutombo stretches out on the Hoya bench. Michael Tate will leave and Tillman will come in. So offensive punch just arrived in force for Georgetown.
I have the feeling Mourning doesn't need much rest. He's got a couple of fouls, but he doesn't get very tired out there. Straight up man. I would go to Mourning just to see if Tom Grice can handle him.
Dowdell's on Jefferson. Woodard right now on Bryant. There it goes to Alonzo. Quick double as Woodard jumped back in.
They should go right back to him.
The guard's only got a one-step drop, though, Bill, and they can double.
He's out too far, which is good defense by Grice.
Woodard, tough move. Lost it on the way up. Caught a break, though, as he got a foul. Not sure where Greg was going with that, but he'll end up at the line.
Jefferson played pretty good defense other than the reach down. But he had been quiet, and occasionally kids will try and do it on their own when they haven't had a shot in a while.
Second foul on Sam Jefferson. I am very impressed with the play of Villanova here the first 12 minutes of this game, especially after that double T, which could have been a
disaster.
Yes.
But the play has calmed down a little bit. Players as well since then. Rolando on edge a little early. Huh? Maybe he didn't get his pregame menu in order.
4 for Woodard. Villanova is not a team you want to put on the foul line a lot. They will really eat your lunch at the line.
Good pressure right here.
Edwards. Tillman for 3, way short.
Well, that was not a design play, but it was a beautiful play.
Villanova can get a lead. Miller for 2. 9 for Lance Miller, and the Cats are back up by 1. That's a great comeback after that 6-point
Sure was. They rebounded very well. John Thompson, his way of calming things down. You'll see him standing, and this is just to quiet the crowd, get his players to get the shot he wants.
Mark Tillman looking to create, nowhere to go. But a foul on the baseline.
I think it was Woodard. Closed down pretty quick.
Yeah, it was Woodard. Villanova has not scored a field goal in over 3 minutes. Or make that, excuse me, Georgetown has not scored a field goal. Villanova's had a couple.
Yeah, a little bit of a run. The play before what I mentioned with Edwards, when you can get a guard that can turn the corner, Michael, you don't have to diagram a lot of things for the players. And of course, Tillman normally makes that corner jumper. And right now, he mixed it up with a drive to the goal.
Mark taking a long walk, looking to regroup after that free throw. Tillman went down hard in the Connecticut game on Saturday and popped his shoulder out. And they popped it right back in. And he said, remarkably enough, it wasn't sore at all.
He is a tough, tough guy.
4 for Tillman, and we are even. 20 apiece, 7:26 to go, first half. Mutombo on the floor for Georgetown. Woodard, Rodney Taylor, Tom Grice, Lance Miller. Into Grice, jump hook, no. Kept it alive, but it's pulled down by Bryant.
He may have gotten away with one there.
Green, the pull-up.
Nice
Grice, the rebound over the top.
Over Mourning. Whew. He must have gotten some help.
Lance Miller will try. He can't hit. And that's going to be a foul on Rodney Taylor.
Not a real good one. You've got to respect the size and position of the defender or the opponent. And Rodney just gave it away.
Number 2 on Taylor. Just underway, second half. First game here on a big Monday. And it's a good one, 31-29. Hoyas by 2 in the ball.
You haven't seen Villanova win too many, have you? First nice back cut.
No, I haven't.
Nice save, Tillman.
Alonzo, quick double by Walker.
I think he can do some damage on Rodney. That's it. Lost control.
Yes, he did. Lost it on the way up. Woodard the rebound. He's hit by Tate.
Of course, I just think Georgetown is showing more patience with Mourning. He's getting it back. In a lot of games, they'll touch it, kick it out, and then they're so talented they can take it on their own.
Grice has got Mutombo on him.
Should have killed his dribble there.
Walker gives it up to Woodard. Inside, Grice wants to go, does. Short with the hook.
Good job by Mutombo pushing him out of step.
Tillman to Bryant, nearly threw it into the backcourt. Inside, Alonzo for two.
Little trajectory there. I think they go to him more than they went to Patrick. Of course, Patrick had some great people around him.
We have to keep in mind, though, we're talking about a sophomore.
Yeah, oh, sure.
Yeah.
I think offensively he's more advanced.
Oh, I agree.
And yet Mike Jarvis claimed Patrick Ewing could always play offense. Just that Georgetown was so good.
Walker got a little screen outside and knocked down the three. First basket for Chris tonight.
Good look.
Tillman left open, long with it. Woodard a tough rebound in traffic.
That was so easy. It was a tough shot for Tillman.
Miller gets double. They go into Grice.
Nice.
Taylor blocked by Mutombo. Got it back.
Oh.
Blocked again by Mutombo.
Oh, get it out of here. Emphatically.
He's got 7 now on the night.
You know, he may pick up this game defensively. He may learn.
Hoyas by 1. Lance Miller, a little room, takes it strong. No, Mutombo the rebound.
A change. Not a hurry. He made them change.
Bryant in the Mourning. Offensive foul. Oh, a block is called.
Oh. Now, John Thompson was upset. He anticipated. Now he's applauding. He anticipated going the other way, and he knew he just dodged one. And Rowley. I thought this was a great pin down initially by Mourning, and now a fake by Grice. He really is theatrical. If anything, a play on, but not.
What they called.
Exactly.
Mark Tillman can't hit outside. That's going to be a foul on Michael Tate over the top rebounding.
Pretty strong rebound, too, by Tate. Like to see him get going, Mike. Everybody raved about him coming in, and of course, John still thinks the world of him. Apparently, in practice, he shows it.
Nova the ball and a chance for the lead. Miller will bring it up against Tate.
Straight up, man. Of course, you can gamble on the perimeter when you've got so much help inside.
Woodard, Tillman, a great job, and then they call a reach in. First foul on Mark Tillman. Ronnie Thompson will come in. Michael Tate will go out.
That Georgetown really prepared to take Woodard out of the game, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
He hasn't been alone at all. And as you noted, they're going to make him put it on the floor if he's going to score.
Lance Miller finds Taylor. Walker, Woodard was open.
Look at the reaction.
A little late. Woodard drives. Oh, Mourning got that one.
That was a trail block. He let him go, took a shortcut. He knows the neighborhood along the baseline, and then sends it back.
Second for Alonzo. The up quick to Tillman, but it's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. Miller tries to save it. Can't. Hoyas will keep it.
We always talk about getting shots. Georgetown pushes it down, gets the quick one, and, of course, able to get it back. They get more shots most nights. And, of course, with that in mind, a lot of good things happen.
Tillman has really struggled. Dwayne Bryant can't hit outside. Back to Tillman. Tillman's just 2 of 14 in the game. Ronnie Thompson finds Mark again. Bounces off Taylor, no call. Alonzo, big-time rebound, and he'll go to the line.
And Grayson, once again, Alonzo compete, but did you see the area that he cleared out for himself? This is a major league snatch. Oh.
Foul will be, I believe, on Tommy Grice.
You love your guys to attack and want it. He just willed the ball besides his great ability, and Grice just holding on. And now,
says what?
The response. Well, that's the lawyer in him, the barrister.
Must you talk after every basket?
Tom will not initiate the woofing, but he does have some comebacks.
10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks for Alonzo tonight.
Well, speaking of touch, him shooting the technicals tells you about his stroke.
Again, you talked about improvement. You saw a graphic earlier. He went from a 60% free throw shooter to up around 84 or 85% now. The other skills are there.
There's the made free throw, lets them get into their pressure. Villanova's done a good job not turning it over, particularly in that open area of the floor.
Hoyas by 3 as we approach the 16-minute mark. Woodard. Hoyas had somebody in a blue uniform right in his face all night long.
Look at Tillman.
Miller pops out.
Nice slide defensively.
Into Grice. Good follow, won't go down. Loose on the floor, diving for it. Rodney Taylor. Mutombo, though, got it alive to Thompson.
Great effort.
John Thompson calling the play.
It'll pop out in a lock for the big guy.
Grice trying to give Alonzo a little of his own medicine, backing off. Again, shooting down with the hook shot.
He's got to shoot it. Now, John Thompson just threw his arm up the way you should shoot the hook. They're walking close to that backcourt line.
Grice looking for a cutter. Turns on Mutombo. Finds Walker, who comes up firing. Taylor can't keep it alive. Bain and Dowdell will come back in, but we'll have a timeout first. 35-32 Hoyas. We're back, a 3-point game, and blocks the order of the night.
It's devastating when you think you've made a good dribble penetration. Now look at sliding behind 2 people and still just saying, get that out of here. And it just throws off what you're attempting to do. But Villanova, in fairness, has challenged and gone strong, but many of them are rejected.
9 block shots on the night has really affected field goal percentages.
Socially, if you were that rejected, you'd have a mental problem, would you? They really just throw your game off.
Bryant, Thompson, Anthony Allen, Mark Tillman, and Dikembe Mutombo on the floor now for the Hoyas. Ronnie Thompson pops out.
That's the play they run for Tillman.
And gets a break as the ball comes back to him.
Now that's aggressive play. It just happens so often. And they got Allen, I think. Yep, he moved.
Anthony Allen trying to set the screen. Walker will bring it up against the pressure. 35-32. We've only had 2 field goals in the first 5+ minutes of the second half.
Well, historically, both clubs throw you off in your shooting. They don't give you what you want. I think North Carolina's the only team that shot 50% against this team.
Grice couldn't get it down. This time, Mutombo got him with the body. Dikembe incredulous, but the foul is called.
They picked up that part of Americana, huh? Complaining.
Number 3 on Dikembe. Mutombo, the lead official tonight. David Edwards back in the ball game. Mutombo and Bryant head for the bench.
It's a different club when Edwards is on the floor. It's a different type of spark. It may not be by design. It's more creative, I think, when he's in the game. With Bryant, it's more meat and potatoes.
David Edwards, 40-plus points a game in high school last year. John Thompson's got his work cut out with David.
Well, they'll get there in the middle at some point, right? The mold and blend.
There will be a meeting of the minds.
Good man-to-man right now. Villanova's done a nice job when they've had to in their man set.
Alonzo Mourning, the only Hoya who has scored here in the second half.
They're trying to get Tillman on track.
Marks pull up. Very long with all his shots. Walker the other way. Finds Bain.
Good
Bryce
shape up.
looking low for Dowdell, who couldn't handle it.
What a mismatch, too. Again, the patience late for Dowdell to get set, and then Tom could have dumped it down.
Rowley knows an opportunity got by there. Edwards looking for Mourning inside as he fights with Bryce. Now comes to the ball a bit.
Bryce has done a good job chugging him, and there's the push.
Yep.
On the cut. Well, Tom needs that advantage for foot speed to push, to recover, and then take away the other denial. Here's the chug out, now the cut. Now Tom needs this to get himself into position to beat him on the other box. And of course, out in the open, it's noticed.
Bryce will go to the bench with his third personal foul. Calvin Bird checks in. One would think that ball would get right inside, and it does.
Oh.
Tillman, the bucket and the foul.
Now, let me tell you, you leave the laundry on occasion on a basketball floor. You forget something when a guy makes a fake. Mark Tillman just put a move right down the lane. Gorgeous cut.
Woodard picking up his third. John Thompson checking out the score. His club is up 4 with Tillman headed for the free throw line.
What kills you on an out-of-bounds play, simply a pass and a cut and a goal. Chance for 3. That's not good defense. First
Well, you knew as soon as Grice went out, though, that that ball was going to get in the paint.
Well, the guy guarding the man taking it out, Mike, too, has to force the ball to the corner. So it wasn't good defense on the ball either. I think it was Greg Woodard who was guarding Tillman on the cut.
4-point game. Hoyas the lead. 13+ to play. Bain looking inside for Dowdell. Nice pass. Excellent pass by Bain.
Great look. The shape up. Now Dowdell twice earlier on Edwards was in position to post up. That's vintage Villanova basketball. Dumping it down and trying to get to the line.
Anthony Allen was given the foul. Dikembe Mutombo comes back in the game, and Allen sits down. It'll put Mark Dowdell at the free throw line, an 80% shooter in Big East games so far this year at the stripe.
Well, what a change in Rowley on the sideline this half, huh? Very subdued, analytical.
His club is right there, down a deuce.
Sure are. Here's the switching of the D from the man. A little 2-3. No match out of it. This will test the outside shooting. Helps them with the big people on the front line of Georgetown. So the one thing, too, Mike, with the two big guys, if you take a good shot, they can probably get themselves in offensive rebounding position.
Tillman a launch one. Buries a 3.
Where have you been, huh?
Long time coming.
The jumper was on vacation between Connecticut and Philadelphia.
5-point lead. That's as big a lead as either team has had in a while in this game. 12 minutes to go. Dowdell spinning on Mutombo and has it sent out. Woodard finds Walker. Edwards might have got a piece of that shot. Mourning for the rebound.
Bain with the reach in.
Larry Lembo quickly in there to get Alonzo starting down the other way.
Aaron Bain got there just a little bit late. Now, Greg Woodard is so used to having a guy run out at him. He had an open jumper and dribbled himself out of one. He had the big guy, Alonzo Mourning, on his side.
Lance Miller back in. Mourning making a career of the free throw line tonight. Woodard goes to the Villanova bench. Calvin Bird back in. 12:06 to play, 40-35.
Going back up man, and it should go to Mourning with Dowdell on him.
One more foul to put Georgetown in the bonus.
The high pick and roll here. Edwards isn't even using it.
Mourning bumps Dowdell off. Stripped underneath.
Oh, Walker, he has been terrific at doubling up on the post. Creates that turnover in a sense, even though possession.
40-35. Hoyas by 5 will be back. Less than a year after Villanova upset Georgetown for the national title, they turned the trick again. Dwight Wilbur with this basket at the end of regulation sent the game to overtime. And then Harold Jensen provided the game winner in the second extra session, and the Wildcats upset the Hoyas by 2. Well, Villanova within shouting distance here, 40-35. Hoyas the ball in the lead. Dwayne Bryant's runner goes down off the glass.
Great control. Of course, with the big people in the game, they're so conscious it can open up some dribble paths.
Villanova only has 1 field goal in the first 8+ minutes of this second.
Michael, they're not really burning the nylon, either club. A lot of futile trips.
Lance Miller is leaner. Blocking foul is called. Take a look at these shooting percentages in the second half. Now, granted, both of these clubs came in 2 of the best in the country in field goal percentage. And this game's going to help their cause, that's for sure.
They do change exactly what you want to do on offense. You notice that time as well. The ball not even getting up on the glass to go down. Great reaction by the big people of John Thompson.
Lance Miller will be at the free throw line. Again, we mentioned it earlier. You really don't want to get in a free throw shooting contest with this club. Syracuse found that out the hard way in the Carrier-Dome.
And we talked today, Georgetown has certainly improved
yes,
on
they
that
have.
end as well.
Mutombo another board. Boy, has he been big tonight. Six-point Hoya lead.
Straight up man.
Bain is on Tillman. Miller's on Bryant. Dowdell on Mourning.
Tough match right there, that Dowdell Mourning. Good help by Grice now. He can zone it. Nice read by the big guy. Look at this.
Great hands, Alonzo. Oh, I thought he stepped on the line, but they got a foul instead on Dowdell.
I think you're right. He may have banged him out of bounds, but terrific read by Tom Grice. The foot speed. No comment?
The last Villanova field goal came at 18:01. We're now at 10:52 on the clock.
Oh, Mutombo playing the foul line. That should help Tom get down and help his partner, Mark Dowdell.
So if you told Roller, hey, Roller, you're going to go 7 minutes there in the second half without a field goal, but you're only going to be down 6. That's the good news. The bad news is you're not going to score for 7 minutes.
Well, Woodard, as you noted, not able to get on track. They're really guarding him well.
He's got 4 free throws. That's it.
He's getting a little blow, so maybe when he comes back in, he can light it up. But that's part of the preparation, the recognition of Georgetown as to who can drill it. And they get right up on you, force you to their partner, make you kick it.
Rodney Taylor came in for Mark Dowdell, and Dikembe Mutombo will go to the bench. Sam Jefferson checks in. Alonzo looking for his 14th point of the night. And again, that free throw percentage was 82 coming in, and obviously it'll be helped here this evening.
Very deliberate on that line. Takes plenty of time. Because, you know, when you think of pressure, we used to keep a meter, as you know, the Mo meter. If there are...
We retired that, though.
Yeah, well, retire. Mo Davenport, now the executive in the executive suite. But they sometimes press just to make you move the ball up the floor a little bit, change your momentum. And I think that's what they're doing tonight, trying to give Villanova just to shoot it maybe a tad quicker.
Walker gives it up to Bain. Bain, the left-handed hook is short. To Mourning. double jump to get the ball. And Hoyas with the biggest lead of the night. It's 8, and Tillman makes it 11.
That's a big one. And John with the forward thrust. That's a big basket. And right now we talked about momentum.
16 for Tillman. An 11-point Hoya lead.
Situation. And of course, the challenge all the time now is the ability, one, to get the basketball off the glass, hurry the shot, and then kick it and get it down. And a great left-handed pass by Edwards to Tillman to get it to 11.
Big trip here for the Villanova Wildcats, who are now approaching 8 minutes without a basket.
Little change on the D now. Little 1-3-1.
Grice has it stripped by Edwards, but it comes to Bain.
You can't leave it out there.
Lance Miller, the penetration, got two.
Pretty.
That is Lance's game. He's a slasher.
He is. He slashes, uses the bounce beautifully.
Walker out aggressively on Edwards, and the
Nice
Wildcats
back
need a stop or two, and Miller got a hand on the ball, but couldn't control it.
Now there's a case where Edwards made that pass, I'd say 30 feet away. A little too far to have any snap on it.
Tillman feels the hot hand, and a rebound by Taylor over the top.
Look at the denial.
Woodard back in the game. They would like to shake Woodard for a three if possible. It's tough to shake Dwayne Bryant, though, who's on him right now.
I think the only way they're going to get it is if it goes inside, he finds a hole.
Walker kicks it out, and there was Bryant waiting for it.
Walker didn't suck the defender to him. Dwayne Bryant stayed at home, able to get a hand on that.
David Miller in for Chris Walker.
Little pop out here, a little run and jump. Little stunt.
There they find him. Lance Miller, big rebound and a foul on Mourning. Lance Miller really went to the board hard.
You mentioned slashing. You can do it when you go to the glass as well. That Mourning is impressive. He didn't expect Miller there. Almost came up with it anyhow.
Fourth personal foul on Alonzo, who along with Tillman heads for the bench. Edwards, Thompson, Jefferson, Bryant, and Mutombo on the floor right now. And again, a combination that's very good defensively, but offensively, you wonder where they'll look.
Now they can put pressure on the guards and really not fear underneath, particularly with Mourning out.
And as I've said many times tonight, Villanova can kill you at the line. .13 for Lance Miller, who leads the Wildcats in scoring. 6'6" freshman from Bridgewater, New Jersey. He and his brother David are cousins of Eric Murdoch, the fine guard up at Providence.
Who is having a pretty darn good year. There's that shot of Rowley. He said he really has enjoyed this team. And that family style that he espouses over the years, youth will test your familial ties.
Mark Tillman comes right back in.
Home run. Got it.
Tillman, nice catch. And he got two.
Well, the Super Bowl Sunday, that's not a bad combination there. Bryant to Tillman. Has the same ring, doesn't it, as Montana to Rice?
18 now for Tillman, despite his struggles from the field tonight.
Oh, that's preparation, too. I mean, right away, the press, here's their little reaching. Yep.
Two on Tillman.
The press was set up. They had their offense designed, and bang! The home run.
8:37 to go, and it is becoming a bit of a foul-plagued game now.
It's a sticky game, isn't it? Just not a real flow. Very physical contest. Remember the year we had Tom Grice jumping over the newspaper? We used to tease about he couldn't get over that Saturday edition of the Daily News. He has made some strides, though.
Lance Miller puts a lot of arc in those free throws, but he's making them pay.
Pro scouts keep coming to look at Tom Grice because they all love big guys.
Right.
He's got a world of promise.
You can't teach height. That's what they keep telling me.
No. Well, if you hit your head on your door, any coach on their top of their door, any coach would welcome you.
16 for Lance Miller. It's a 7-point game. Jefferson. Thompson's got a pretty good trap looking him in the eye. Bryant gets across with a second or two to spare. Tillman wants to go. Grice got a piece of it. Rodney Taylor got the ball. Miller to Woodard. Takes it in. He'll go to the line. +% free throw shooter.
You recall earlier we were just chatting about easy baskets. You can't play Georgetown in a half-court game all night. I think you got to get something that's simple, at least the foul line, but aggressive in nature. They're too good. I mean, if you throw change-ups, they'll start hitting them out of the park. Start throwing fastballs, they'll bang those out.
There's a third foul on Jefferson as Dikembe sits back down. Mourning's in. David Edwards is in. That's a great stroke, isn't it?
Sure is. That's a lot of time in the backyard. Some people feel those lefties have an advantage, too. Come up at you differently.
5-point game.
Rolly changing tempo a little, trying to force Georgetown into the quick shot or quick hit.
Into Alonzo. Powers it up. Got
Nice.
2.
Major. Now, if he can stop when the guy takes away that dribble path and come back with the left, which he'll be able to do eventually, you've got something.
Oh, he's got something anyway. Even
He
if
does. He does. He's got the whole package. Just don't ruin him with too many drills, huh?
Tipped away from Rodney Taylor. Loose on the floor. David Miller can't get it.
Look at this.
Mark Tillman will. And gets the basket and a foul from Lance Miller.
Huh. Is that what the game is about? They just come up with the bat. The Yankee teams of old, the ball pops. That's their way.
That's Hoya basketball.
It sure is. I mean, it's not an accident. They just present so much aggressive play every time they're on the floor. And ever since he's been down there, he's left them weeping on the other end.
Pushes the lead back to 9 and a chance for 10 if Tillman can convert. Jefferson, a big board.
And, right? Anything up for grabs. They got their stamp on it.
Inside, Rodney Taylor saw that pass coming. Gives it to Grice, who immediately gives it up to Walker. Woodard, little time. Not this time. Bryant let it go. It'll be Georgetown ball.
That's one that Villanova needed. They haven't had too many open shots for Greg Woodard.
Still a ton of time to go in this game, though. 7-18.
I think they should keep going to number 33 until Villanova stops him. I mean, he's not a selfish player. He'll kick it if he doesn't have it.
There it goes. There's the foul. Grice, number 4.
Well, Tom has to understand that when you have your body on a good player, they understand where you are and they know what they have to do. You've got to get high and get a little distance. So I think he's hugging him too much. He knows exactly where. Now, if he catches that pass, he's got the drop step to the goal. But just give him a little cushion and get out a little higher. You got the long arm to defend with.
Tom Grice and Tim Muller talking it over on the Villanova bench. And Alonzo with just 3 field goals tonight. Chasing after some sort of Big East record here. 11 of 11 at the line.
Edwards trying to inform Mourning as to what John Thompson wants. His arms are tired holding them up. He had them up in Alonzo's face.
Finally missed one.
Good denial. Good rag right here by Edwards.
10-point game, under 7 minutes to go. 54-44. Whoops, Woodard wasn't looking for the pass.
They've really been aggressive out there. I'm sure Jefferson didn't want to foul, but they just rattle you. You just don't get into your sink. Good defensive set that time.
That's 4 on Jefferson. It'll put Greg Woodard back at the free throw line.
Clock doesn't move very much, huh?
Sure doesn't. 6:43 still to play here. Woodard 6 of 6 at the line.
Well, he does get some rotation.
Oh, doesn't he? He hasn't hit the rim yet on 7 free throws.
Snap. Well, the old story, you got to get something out of your defense, and Villanova in that position now.
Calvin Bird is going to come back in. Greg Woodard goes out.
Folks, you're going to see a kid who can go after the basketball in Bird. Great reactions, particularly off the glass.
Bryant, the quick push, takes it in deep, throws it up, and I mean throws it up. And they got a foul on Lance Miller.
Yeah, over the top as Bryant got him inside of Miller. But now that's what Rowley has to do, though. The pressure brought them down. They took the quick shot. But against Georgetown, more often than not, they'll get the cleanup shot.
That's the second or third time tonight, Bill. I'm surprised. Usually you want your point guard to pull up at the free throw line, right? Dwayne has a tendency to boom, just go.
If they open up, you know, where they have that tandem there where you can, or the parallel where you can go right through, then you don't mind it. If you told kids today to hold up on the foul line, Mike, they think you were from another generation. You know that.
Well, I am, unfortunately.
Nice
pass
hands.
inside, goes right, and it's going to be Villanova ball.
I think Taylor knocked it out.
54-46, and the Wildcats still within hailing distance with a ton of time to go. 6:20 and counting. Lance Miller. Taking it strong again.
Oh, hopefully he's okay.
They got an offensive foul on Miller, and Lance looks hurt.
He sure does. Rowley over. Bryant with a step in. Very legal play, Michael.
I hate to see a kid holding his head, and that's what Lance Miller is holding right now.
When I say legal play, part of the game is to step in and try and get in position. John Clyde looks okay, though, doesn't he?
Yeah,
reaction, responding.
Anyway.
Now, you know, the bad news set in, we're told, huh? He was called for the charge.
Here's a look.
Oh, Bryant's there for a long time. Excellent call. That's a very legal play. And a simple call, really. No question about it.
And Lance is on his feet. A little shaky, but he's on his feet.
He does put that bounce.
He's going to take it strong, no question.
Successfully as he goes by.
It's going to put Dwayne Bryant on the free throw line at the other end. 6:11 to play. 54-46. Hoyas by 8.
Now Dowdell and Bird have to be alert with Mourning, the squeeze man, and he looks pretty good. Able to converse. I just saw Steve Pannone get up to find out he was okay for Rowley, so you'll see him back.
Bryant makes them both. Bryant now in double figures with 10. Tillman has 20. Mourning has 17.
Their backcourt has really improved, hasn't it? Steps, steps. Whoops.
Block.
Whoops, whoops.
Careful there, ref.
John Thompson calling a walk on the sideline. Good step in and a smile. But the personable Mark Tillman.
Chris Walker about to take the 51st free throw of this game.
There have been lulls because of the free throws in this game. Minnesota is a very good team, Mike, by the way.
Maybe tonight Alonzo didn't talk more than us. Perhaps tonight he did.
He had plenty of time to. Melvin Newbern, one of the guards in Minnesota. They are strong. Clem's got himself a club.
Near turnover in the backcourt. Bryant through a crowd. Calvin Bird the foul.
But getting back to this backcourt, now you throw Edwards in with Bryant and Tillman. You got a nice blend and rotation. And speed is not a problem. Ragging the dribbler is not a problem. But the ability to shoot the jumper successfully by Bryant and Tillman, I think, has been the total change, maybe. Almost a renaissance in a way.
Yep. Opens
up that inside.
Well, in reality, when you look at the numbers, and people would say, like, are you kidding me? But you look at the stats, and Georgetown's a perimeter basketball team. Despite the presence of Mutombo and Mourning, offensively, they're a perimeter basketball.
How about tonight? I thought they looked for Mourning more than we've seen.
Yes, they have.
And with that in mind, as he develops, that inside-out combo can be devastating.
The lead is 10. Little trap on Walker. Oh, and I got another foul.
That's one thing John doesn't want, the foul to stop the clock. Wants the pressure, but not the reach in.
Georgetown is 20 of 29 from the stripe.
That David Edwards is a bossy little guy. He just called, Alonzo, get over here. They had the little team meeting. He is the boss, huh? Leadership qualities. Well, you love guys that take things into their own hands.
Villanova 22 of 25 at the line so far tonight.
I'd be a little nervous if I'm Georgetown, though. Hanging at 10, and they really have had a couple of chances maybe to pull away. Great stat there.
Yeah, going to help those numbers tonight. The Hoyas have been unable to shake the Wildcats. All 7 of Walker's points have come in the second half, and they got Woodard. Oh, who they got?
Oh, my goodness.
The other way.
Woodard with a terrific play, but he was the instigator of the contact. Well, you try anything when you're behind and not playing great basketball. Here's the denial. Now, and this, see how I think he's the one that started it. Now he's the beneficiary. The pull down. WWF.
Larry Lembo held up the left arm and said it was Bryant who pulled him down with it. But you're putting a guy who's 8 of 8 at the stripe.
And this could get it to 6.
2 possessions and a ton of time to go. We still got 6 minutes to go in this.
We got a lot of foul shots to go.
We do.
Think how many times these two coaches have been in these types of situations. Close games.
A great shot there of John and Roley were just pointing at each other, laughing up and down the sideline.
These are enjoyable games to be in.
Loose ball. It'll be Villanova on the alternating possession, down 6. Rodney Taylor going hard to the floor.
Well, you're tantalizing the opponent, and Georgetown not able to control the trap.
We talked about Calvin Bird going.
They have been hanging close, hanging tough, and if you're Georgetown, you really should have dispensed with them, put them away.
Great to see Lance Miller back on the floor. He will inbound directly to our right. Big trip here for the Wildcats.
Might watch for Edwards to come up with something because he had that.
Third. Long with it, and Tillman is there in traffic, and the foul on Lance Miller, and he now has 5.
Well, if anything, they're fouling quick enough that the clock is not moving. 5:43 remaining.
They got the shot they wanted. Take a Wooded 3.
That's right. Tillman with 73. They put a little offense in right now.
Since the 10-minute mark in this game, and there's 5:43 to go in the game right now, there have been 13 fouls called.
Well, the P's are working in the whistles.
A little more than 3 a minute. obviously the officials are spending the night here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, no quick escapes.
21 now for Tillman.
It looks more and more that John likes the defense as the game progresses. I mean, that's his strong suit over the years. Mutombo out, the three-guard system in. As we've noted, he loves that perimeter pressure.
Lance Miller there for a rebound. 59-52. 7-point Hoya lead as David Edwards jumps out on Walker. Woodard yet to find the range, finds Grice. Walker for three. Got it outside.
Well, that's what I thought they would be doing earlier in the game, Mike. That kick out.
59-55.
Man-to-man.
The Spectrum just woke up.
Yeah, they got their team involved a little bit here. Little poise needed by Georgetown now, and I'd go to the big guy with Taylor on him. They got the little nickel diamonds. Reaching.
Chris Walker outside. You wonder, though, Bill, and this is not meant in a critical sense, but games kind of like take on an identity. And you know, you and I have seen 100 more physical Big East games than this one. Yet this game has taken on a foul-plagued identity right now, and you can't seem to shake it.
Well, both clubs seem to have spread the offenses enough so you see more in the open court. A lot of grabbing and rotating.
David Edwards making the first. Second.
Cool. Cool hand Luke.
It's 6 again, under 5 to play. Minnesota and Wisconsin coming up next on Big Monday. All the trips now become critical for the Villanova Wildcats. Taylor jumps out with the screen for Miller. Gets it back. Looks for Walker. Couldn't get the handle. They say it went off Bryant.
Oh, a double tick, Mike, huh? Ooh. They looked like they were working for Grice and then reversed the ball quickly.
Grice gets it immediately. Back to Miller. Miller slashes in. Finds Walker. Looking for three. Got it again.
He's got the stroke, and now Georgetown is going away from the outside shooter for the first time. They've got to stay at home on Walker and Woodard.
And they're going to work the clock.
Nice back cut.
Bryant.
And the charge.
Offensive foul.
And look at Tom Grice emoting. Taking on the charm. Well, good step in.
12th turnover for the Hoyas.
But Bryant can go without the ball, though. He has made some quick darting cuts on a number of occasions.
Chris Walker has come up big in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Tom Grice showed a little Mediterranean charm like his coach there, didn't he? I have never seen him that enthusiastic.
Big free throws, his club down 3.
Go get it.
A happy guy.
Well, he likes to step in, and Georgetown likes to block him.
1-point game. Look at Rowley. Rowley's directing the cheers.
Georgetown will go inside, try and get to the foul line.
Mourning. Oh, wow.
Good call. I meant the good call on offense. the digging down by Villanova, but you got that tower of strength. Take advantage, and John did.
Chris Walker picking up his third with 3:50 to go in the game. 61-60. Hoyas by 1. Alonzo Mourning, who's only missed 1 at the line tonight, is back again, and he's been there a ton.
This game reminds me of the Providence-Georgetown game a few years ago with Rick Pitino. When he was at Providence, they made a long game, a lot of fouls. And now the talking.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I like that. John Clockney told him to keep quiet. You know, that's... I guess
Walker,
retribution, though, right?
Chris Walker was right in Mourning's face after the miss, telling him about it. Alonzo's not used to it coming back the other way.
Well, if you give it, you got to be able to stand there and take it.
Missed them both. Villanova can get a lead.
Straight up man. Might look for the low post to Grice and then the kick.
Walker's had the hot hand, needs help, finds Woodard. Woodard drives the lane, blocked by Mourning, picked off by Bryant.
Numbers.
Up ahead, Tillman gets the layup.
That's twice now they've been able to really punish you because of the shot blocking. Big block.
It's still 3.
That's where you can gamble and pressure at guard when you got somebody at home.
Lance Miller will try. Can't hit outside. Long rebound comes down to Ronnie Thompson in the game.
Quick to the ball.
Up quick to Tillman. Mourning wants it down low.
Good poise.
Reverses it. Hoyas by 3 in the ball. 2:48 to go. 27 on the shot clock.
Little spread now. They're going to milk this trip. Again, this puts a lot of pressure on your jump shooting. Unless they get into it quick enough to get Mourning involved.
Down to 10 when they start to work. Ronnie Thompson with 6. Bryant with 4. 3. Leaner with 2. Oh! Got it! What a shot by Bryant!
Is that to perfection? Use the clock. And, of course, that great use of the bounce.
What a big-time layup by Dwayne Bryant. And Villanova wants a timeout. 65-60. We'll be back. Back for the final 2:08 here at the Spectrum. Both teams shooting well from the free throw line. Mutombo and Mourning doing their thing. Villanova struggling from the field, but they are in it. Down 5, 65-60, with 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Dwayne Bryant, a big-time shot there. Number 21, Minnesota, Clem Haskins Club. A good one. Coming up next against Wisconsin. Here we go. Walker, Miller, Woodard, Taylor, Grice on the floor for Villanova. Ronnie Thompson out to meet Walker.
I would think Grice and then maybe the kick again, Mike.
There it goes. Turnaround jumper. In and out. Big Taylor, big board. Got it. And the foul.
Mourning is such a quick-footed youngster. Here he is on Grice, and now Taylor gets that weak side kick out. And just look at this effort. He's so quick to get back in it, he almost gets punished for his ability.
Number 5 on Alonzo. 1:50 to play. David Edwards in, Ronnie Thompson out, Rolly Massimino coaching his socks off, and John Thompson decides he'll take a timeout. Don't go away. It's 65-62 Hoyas. 1 minute, 50 seconds left to play at the Spectrum. Mike Gorman, Bill Raftery. A long first part of Big Monday. Mourning and Miller with 5 fouls apiece. Grice and Jefferson with 4. Tom Grice will be at the free throw line. A chance to make it a 2-point game again.
Of course, Michael, the thing now that John will undoubtedly do is milk the clock and then do the same thing. So it's going to put a lot of, and then go to the goal strong. Maybe not that late as Dwayne Bryant kept it with the three, but you have to concentrate defensively on containing the dribble. That's going to put a lot of pressure on the perimeter defense of Villanova.
I think I said Grice. It is Rodney Taylor who is at the line. Two-point game. Bryant better get it in. Finally does to Mourning. Villanova backs the pressure off.
John puts up 4, so it'll spread. You got to look for any of these 3.
Rolly up saying lay back, lay back.
He can stay out there as long as he wants, not closely guarded.
20 on the shot clock.
The dribble or Alonzo with Taylor.
10 on the shot clock. Bryant kicks it out. Tillman hits a 3.
That's what seniors are all about. First Bryant with the layup. That time the penetration and the dish back. Oh, experience.
26 for Tillman. And Villanova will take a timeout with 58 seconds to go. They have 2 left.
Michael, they are tough kids.
Big time shot by the 2 senior guards. 2 shots. The drive by Bryant the trip before, and the 3 by Tillman here.
Mark Tillman, who struggled early, but the shooter's mentality. Drill it.
All right. Georgetown with 3 timeouts. Villanova with 2. Your thoughts as to where Rolly goes now with the basketball?
But the big thing now is that Grice has become a factor. He's been playing offense, defense with him. He can do some things on his own, or that ability to kick it weak side that's been so effective. I would think John's got to discuss, hey, let's let Alonzo play alone, maybe. Hope that he forces a tough shot versus going and helping, and now that rotation opens up the three-point shooter.
A full week of basketball coming up here on ESPN. Of course, we've told you about Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. My partner without me, but he'll do okay. We'll be in Providence, St. John's and Providence, which should be a heck of a game. And then NC State against Duke on Big East ACC Wednesday. Tillman on Miller. Taylor, a big pick outside. Woodard
looking for the 3.
Another big pick by Taylor. Woodard dumps it in. Grice the hook. No. Loose underneath. Tipped around. Back up. Taylor got it.
They got the time too.
Rodney Taylor's been a monster on the boards the last 2 trips. 40 seconds still to play. It's not over. .40 seconds to go in the first of our triple header. Big Monday, 68-65. Georgetown by 3. They will have the ball. Mark Tillman, who despite struggling early has come up big with 26 points. His backcourt mate Dwayne Bryant, 14, 17 for Mourning. Here we go.
Well, Michael, they've taken away the home run. They got Jefferson back. There's plenty of time for a good contest, and then get your defensive set in the other end. Jefferson, not a good free throw shooter. Don't forget. Good play by Mourning.
Comes into Mourning. He's doubled immediately. Tied up, stolen. Woodard got it. It's a 1-point game. And a quick foul on Chris Walker as he got Edwards.
That's amazing, isn't it? To double up on the strongest guy on the team and able to wrestle it free.
Grice wants to come back in. Another look at the steal.
Mourning makes a terrific cut. Of course, this is the foul. Excuse me. Earlier, he made the cut and it was wrestled free. That's the foul on Walker. 74% free throw shooter, though.
Taylor's got the ball.
They don't want to foul him.
They did. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think actually some of the kids forgot the score.
Could have. Could well have.
And then the other end, David Edwards takes over. Of course, all the strategy now is contingent upon the unsuccessful or successful free throw attempts.
Rodney Taylor 2 for 2 at the line in the second half. 68-67. Georgetown by 1, 24 seconds to go. Tie game.
Wow, is that like climbing a mountain for Villanova? John in pretty good shape with timeouts. Got 3 remaining.
Nova by 1. Dwayne Bryant will call a timeout with 20.8 seconds to go. That's why they call it Big Monday.
Oh. Marco Polo never traveled so hard or so long to get to his destination. Of course, John, now, depending on what Villanova does, and my guess, Rolly would play him man-to-man. They've been pretty successful with it. That if Taylor is matched up with Mourning, you've got that option, and you've also got terrific dribblers who can turn the corner and be creative. And this is the steal earlier. He just didn't get it down where he could be a threat. And what a fortuitous bounce to Greg Woodard. The right direction, and he in the right place.
Well, they got to hold the Hoyas without a field goal to pump that stat a little bit. 20.8 seconds to play. Bryce, Taylor, Woodard, Walker, Lance Miller on the floor for Villanova. John Thompson yet to send his team out. Ronnie Thompson's going to check into the game. Mutombo's back in. Mutombo, Mourning, Tillman, Brian Thompson. Here we go.
Well, Michael, the thing here is if you're Villanova, you've got to challenge on the defensive glass. They can really go after it if I'm not.
Stolen by Lance Miller, but it's still Georgetown ball. And an 8/10 of a second went off the clock.
Don't forget, Mark. There's Tillman, the outside shooter. Bryant great without the basketball, so Walker will be tested.
In the Mourning, puts it right up. Got it, and he got fouled. It took 1.6 seconds. Rodney Taylor, the foul. That's getting academic, though.
Go to your strength. Right from the out of bounds. Of course, the Celtics like to run that too, right? With Larry Bird taking it out, throwing it into the box. And nobody fronted. Bryce caught behind. Taylor tagged.
Mourning needs the free throw to make it a 2-point game. 18 seconds left. Villanova has no timeout.
No timeouts.
Missed it. Rebound Woodard. Gives it to Lance Miller. Here we go.
Bryce on the box.
The game on the line. Miller takes it in. Throws up a hook. No. Tillman caught it out of bounds with 6 seconds.
The slashing dribble punished Georgetown. Tillman had been out of bounds, tried to come in.
Villanova, one more chance. Miller will inbound. John Thompson gets to Kembe Mutombo back in to cover the inbound pass.
Can't see the floor as easily.
Now Woodard decides he will make the pass. And now Georgetown's going to use one of their timeouts.
There's a couple of ways of looking at it. Might help Villanova get set, but John Thompson wants to make sure where the pass goes, what direction, and obviously if he's going to stand or zone in this particular situation.
Georgetown will have one more timeout. should they want it with 5.9 seconds left. It's a one-point game, 70-69. Chris Walker has had a big second half with 13 points. Lance Miller has 7 in the second half. Any guesses where they're going to go?
Well, on the out of bounds, a lot of times they Villanova pop a guy to the corner, and then a guy, as he comes down the lane, goes underneath the basket. So what your options are going to be, maybe a kick to the corner for the jump shot, maybe a loop to the box, but I doubt it because of the terrific ability to jump and to be in position by Georgetown, or the kick all the way back out, Michael. And you're talking 5 seconds, so you can do some dribbling and penetrating, or the catch and then dump it right back to Grice from the corner to the box. But you'd like to go to the goal somehow and at least get to the free throw line.
Great effort by these kids tonight. Great effort by both teams, but Villanova coming in here, a decided underdog. Here we go.
And let's see if Georgetown's in man-to-man or zone. They got a zone, so it might be a perimeter jump shot.
Woodard will make the pass.
Man-to-man.
Knocked out of bounds by Tillman. 0.2 of a second disappear.
Straight up man-to-man.
Better position to pass from the side.
Oh, a little bit better, I think. At least you got some angles to look. You might get a screen across for Grice out of this.
Woodard looking to make it.
Here he comes.
Better get it in. Comes into Grice. To Walker, who's had the hot hand. Blocked by Tillman. Walker again. No! The Hoyas win it by 1.
What a great, great finish to a terrific game. Two clubs staggered like heavyweight champions, getting the last shot in. Oh.
Tillman, a big block, and John